What's up, boyo? This is on a Gamecast where we discuss that everything is a video game. This week,
It sounds
we're gonna
horrendous.
be talking. You want me to restart?
No, this is it.
Okay.
This is the show,
This
baby.
week, we're going to be talking about Discord and Microsoft, and Sony, Marvel, and Cyberpunk.
Businesses.
They did some shit. Let's get right into the show. My name is Nick. That to my left is Jake. It could be on your right, but I don't know. To my left, Jacob Woods right there. The man looking super fly in his Ray-Bans.
They're Shady Rays, actually.
Oh, okay. Even
Sponsored.
better.
Not sponsored.
Shady Rays.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, I wish.
I'd
Last
take
week, we'll get right into this. We asked, should we quit asking questions? Because nobody's fucking answering them. And we got a response. We got an answer. This one comes from Moist Appointment on the YouTubes, and he just says no. So it looks like we're keeping them up. We're just going to keep doing them. You guys wanted it. You guy wanted it. So
You, sir, wanted it. And what,
so we're just just for you, Moist Appointment, we're gonna keep this going.
we wouldn't be very good hosts if we didn't listen to the audience.
How you been, Jake? How are you?
I've been good, man. I just watched a very interesting little mini documentary on YouTube. Yeah, put a thing. I didn't do interesting throughout the entire spoiler cast
No.
of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and there I go, right at the start of the Gamecast.
Like the first sentence you say, interesting. I find it interesting. Boom. That's it.
But
That's the show, everybody.
I did watch an interesting documentary. It was like a 38-minute documentary on YouTube about why the ice cream machines are always broken at McDonald's.
Oh shit. That is interesting.
Yeah, it's very fascinating. It turns out that there's a much bigger conspiracy about it than you would expect.
Do you want to spoil how it ends?
Well,
What it is?
It turns out that the company that makes the ice cream machines for McDonald's has a sort of monopoly on all ice cream machines everywhere. They make them for everybody, but for McDonald's specifically, they make them so they break easily and that you can't fix them. And under their warranty, the only people allowed to fix them are the certified people from that company. So that means that they have to constantly hire these workers to come out to fix their machines all the time.
Wow.
And that's why they do it.
Capitalism, everybody.
Yeah. Well, monopolies, everybody.
Monopoly, yeah. It's a monopoly. Which you get from capitalism.
Well, it's actually antithetical to capitalism, because the whole idea of capitalism is, competition in the marketplace, right? And that's not what a monopoly is. So,
right, that's true.
Yeah,
but as soon as you can't compete because you're a new business owner, then it turns into a monopoly. It's like
true.
Monopoly always comes out of capitalism. That's always going to happen. People are so shitty and greedy that if your company gets big enough, you can take a hit, and the company that can't take a hit is going to fucking fail before you do because you have more money than them. Anyway,
True fact.
What you been playing, my guy?
I was gonna ask how you're doing, but
Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm working
for the weekend.
Not for the weekend. I actually did nothing this weekend.
How dare you?
We had that little thing, that little get together where everybody got super drunk and threw up everywhere. But other than that, I took Sunday off and I was just coasting. I got a call from my dad and he's like, "Hey, what you do to the house?" And I'm like, "Nothing.
Just had to chill."
No, this is the only day that I have off, and I'm just not gonna do anything. So I did nothing.
I had a very chill day Sunday too. I usually do band practice on Sunday, but it got canceled, and I just fucking chilled.
Just did nothing.
Yeah,
that's it. It's nice sometimes to do nothing.
It is.
Anyway, In your nothingness, what have you been playing?
Well, actually, my nothingness on Sunday led to my what you've been playing. Horizon Zero Dawn is free right now on PlayStation, and it's the Ultimate Edition, so it comes with the DLC. And I haven't played the DLC, so I booted up Horizon. I was like, oh, I'm going to play this DLC. And then I'm like, wait, there's a new trophy for beating the game on New Game Plus and on Ultra Difficulty. So I'm like, fuck it. So I restarted the game on Ultra Difficulty on New Game Plus. And I, put about, honestly, I put about 10 hours in yesterday.
No shit.
just playing Horizon. Way. Yeah.
Good Lord.
That's all I did all day yesterday was just play Horizon.
Damn.
I fucking love that game. It's so fucking good. Yeah, so I'm excited to beat that again, and I'm excited to try the DLC.
Yeah,
it's a wonky camera, and I wish that, and like you get used to it, but like I also wish like the traversal was a bit better. I don't know. Like these are the things I hope they fix in the next one.
When are we getting a next one? Who knows? It doesn't fucking exist.
It's supposed to come out this year. It says 2021. I believe Horizon will come out this year. I don't believe God of War is coming out this year.
Yeah, you think we'll get it at E3 or E3 time? It'll be like Horizon coming out now.
No, I don't think they'll say now. I think that they'll be like, this is our big November game, or big October game or whatever.
I can see that. I could definitely see that.
I think their plan was like, let's release Horizon in like, May and then God of War in October, but they would have announced one of them by now.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, May is
considering
in
May
like
is
a week.
Hardly. Yeah. Yeah. So we're also not getting any Nintendo games.
Yeah. They may announce something at E3 as well.
Splatoon, instead of 2022, we're doing 2021. I would love that.
I would love that. Too. But what you been playing, Nick?
I've been playing, the basic shit, Monster Hunter Rise, Rocket League, and I picked up Nier Replicant. I saw reviews. Reviews were good, and I'm like, sure, I'll pick up Replicant. I love Nier Automata, and started playing it. A couple of things I gotta say. Old game is old. It looks really good compared to old game old, but it's kind of fetch questy. A lot of the side quests are just like, hey, go one little map section over and kill 10 of these guys and bring their parts to me. And then you'll be like, can you deliver this for me? And you literally take a box that you don't carry it. It's just like you have this item and you can't roll and you can't get hit by anything. So you're just walking across the map to deliver a package and then walking back to tell the guy that you delivered the package. And it's like, okay, so it's a little slow and
sounds
it's a
like
little
The Witcher.
dated. No, not really. It's a little slow. It's a little dated.
Got him.
But it's fun and it's pretty near. It's a shmup, but the bosses are shmups, shoot 'em ups, and it's the combat feels pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm excited to get into it because I hear the story is really good and I've never played it. And you got to beat it a couple of times. So I put probably about 4 or 5 hours into it. So I'm not very far, but yeah, I like it.
I saw an article, it might have been IGN or something, that was like, it's really cool when a remake is actually taking a property that's really weird and interesting, but didn't quite have like the budget and like the technology, and then like taking it and actually making it like much better. So that's cool.
Absolutely. It is better. I've played a section of the original and it doesn't play anything like this. I mean, it's plays a little like it, but they've definitely updated it and it feels so much better, 10 times better. And the soundtrack is incredible. Like if you're into sound in video games, the soundtrack in Nier Replicant is fantastic. You get into it and then, like, they created a whole language for just the soundtrack, and it's kind of interesting. Click. Yeah, That's what I've been playing. Other than that, fucking chilling. Let's get into the titties.
Yeah.
Let's just dive right into the titties. Here's some tidbits for this week. CD Projekt has refunded around 30,000 Cyberpunk 2077 copies since release.
Oof.
That's a lot. It Takes Two has sold over 1 million copies.
I still think we should play this game.
Dude, I'm down. It's about...
Do we both have to own the copies, or does just one of us have to?
I think just one of us has to own the copy.
Mm.
Because that's how it was with A Way Out, I think it was called.
Mm-hmm.
It was just one person had to own it, and then if you invited the other person, then they could play it with you.
How long is it? Let's see.
I don't know. It's a good question. I hear this game's gotten really good reviews. Like, people are just loving this game. It's like a perfect couch co-op game.
It Takes Two is main story is 11 hours, main plus extras is 12 and a half hours, completionist is about 14 hours. Yeah, we should do that on stream. That'd be fun.
10 hours? 10-hour stream?
Not a 10-hour stream. We could split it into like two,
no,
two streams.
No. We gotta go from point A to point B, boy B.
Boy B. I'll take off a Saturday or something. That'd be fun. I'm down.
Yeah, that would be. Next up, Xbox Games Pass. I would say Games Pass. It's Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass has surpassed 23 million subscribers. And there was one thing I was going to do, and I completely forgot, is how much money that is. Because Game Pass is what, $15?
Yeah.
15 times 23 million. Well, 15 times 23. What is that? Okay, I have to put in equals. 345. So they have $345 million a month. Microsoft does.
Woo.
That's you could fucking buy a country with that. You know? Maybe not a big one, but you could buy a country and just be like, this is Microsoft land.
Yeah, but how much do they spend on it? You know? Who knows?
But still, you just save up. You just buy a fucking country.
Yeah, that's that Netflix model, though. You know,
just or like, buy the moon. How much does the moon cost?
Let's look it up. How much does the moon cost? The moon isn't made of cheese. It's made of something more valuable. It's made of something
far more valuable. Yeah, I'm seeing on the Motley Fool. Yeah.
$180 billion. Huh.
Oh well, that would take some time.
That's a lot of money, though.
Maybe you can't buy the moon. Not yet. You'd have to save up.
I don't know. 180 billion doesn't seem like that much for a full, like. I know it's not a planet, but
it's a satellite.
Yeah.
It's a whole another space astral body. But
it doesn't seem that bad. Like, how much is like Elon Musk worth?
I don't know.
Musk net worth. He's worth like 177 billion. So we get a couple billionaires together, and they could buy the moon, no problem.
Well, how much was the moon worth?
180 billion.
Oh yeah, so you'd have to get two people and then have them all sell their shit.
Which is Bill Gates' net worth. Yeah, Bill Gates is worth 131 billion.
So you just have them split it up.
Yeah,
50-50, and then Bill Gates can own one half, and Elon Musk can own the other half, and then they can build their empires there.
Yeah, definitely, and they can make a profit off of that too.
Somehow
they'll figure it out.
They'll mine it or something.
They could make a little their own little civilization on the moon.
Dude, I'm down. I'd live there.
That'd be terrifying. I would not.
It would be so terrifying.
That'd be scary as fuck.
And there's no like plants or anything, so I feel like that would.
Well, I think that would be one of the first things you try to figure out if you're making a civilization on the moon. It's like how to make like a greenhouse or something.
Yeah, greenhouse or
you'd want to make some sort of like sustainable farm. What are we talking about? We talking about video games here? Or?
Yeah, we're talking. Everything's a video game. Speaking of another titty, Guitar Hero streamer Carney Jared has achieved a 100% full clear on Soulless 6, a song originally made as a joke and that has been deemed impossible for 10 years.
Hey,
that's a little fucking nugget of information for you.
I've noticed that these Guitar Hero streams are like getting pretty big these days.
Are they?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how they don't get DMCA striked, but
that's a good point. How the fuck do they do that?
Maybe they just delete the streams as soon as they're over.
I've never seen this. I wonder how long this fucking song, or how hard this song actually is. It's probably really fucking hard. But
here, let's Soulless
6. Are you gonna put it up on the fucking stream right now?
I could do that. Yeah, Soulless 6. Here, I'll stream it to you so you can see.
Go.
Going live.
Here you go. Oh, here it is. Watch stream. Yeah, that's right there. That top one. It's 2 minutes long.
Okay, we'll watch this. Let's watch it.
Yeah, let's watch it. Oh, fucking ad. Great. Cool. Thanks.
Love the ads. Love it.
Thanks, YouTube. You suck.
These are the most serious runs I've done.
Here it goes.
What? Yeah, fuck that.
These are the most serious rounds I've done of this song ever.
Look at all that fucking shit on his screen. Maybe they don't have the music playing. Maybe that's how they don't get the MCA. Because I don't really hear anything. I just hear him going.
You can't hear the music?
No, not really.
Oh, it's definitely there.
Oh my god, dude! What the? Okay, yeah.
Oh my god.
And he's blinking too. I'm watching him blink. What the fuck is going on? All right, so for you audio listeners, fucking look this guy up.
He did it. Look at him.
He fucking did it, and he doesn't even believe it himself. He just put his headphones through his shirt.
Wow.
He doesn't even believe it himself. What is this guy's name? Again, I have it here. Carney Jared. Look Carney Jared up. He just fucking... I've never seen that. That's ridiculous. Crazy.
Hey, are you able to put a leg behind your head from Darrow Miro 89 in the chat?
Yes,
yeah.
But I am not wearing pants, so I cannot do that.
Yeah. Check out our Pornhub streams for that. That's where you can find that content.
Yeah.
This show's been derailed completely.
What is this? What have we become?
Where are we?
That's it for the titties. There's no more titties.
No more titties.
But, well, other than there's one more that's not on here, and I kind of want
to yeah.
There's a Ratchet and Clank trailer that came out, and you get to see the female Lorax?
Lombax. What's she called? Oh,
I forget. Her name's Ratchet.
No, female Lombax.
It's not Ratchet. It's like Ratchet.
Yeah. Rivet.
Yeah, Rivet. Ratchet and Rivet.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks cool. It looks very good.
Yeah, game comes out in what, July?
Something like that. Soon. It comes out soon.
Part release. June 11th.
Look at you.
Hyped.
You got it.
Get hyped.
Hopefully you can get a PlayStation by that time.
Yeah, dude, for real. For real.
If you see any fucking streams coming up and you're like, hey, I need help, I will help you out. Or not streams, but you know, when they release it.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm able to, I will help you. Anyway, let's move on to the news.
Hold on. Interestingly, in this trailer though, and they mention it in the PlayStation blog that they posted about it. The song that they play is that one song that's like yeah. You know that one?
Yeah.
By Devo, which is interesting. Put the money in the jar, but because I guess one of the members of Devo, went on to become someone who does like scores and stuff, and he's scoring all of Ratchet and Clank.
Whoa.
And apparently this guy also scored all of Jak and Daxter. So there you go.
Weird.
Yeah, just a little interesting tidbit there.
Yeah, that's a little titty right there.
Yeah.
Weird.
I thought the trailer looks really fun too, and
it looks so good. It looks so flashy,
and it confirms that Rivet is a playable character.
Well, obviously,
yeah.
Come on, you gotta. If you introduce a character like that, and it's pretty much the same character model, it's like, yeah, okay,
yeah,
it's gonna be, especially since Crash Bandicoot did that. It's like you can play as Crash or Coco. And it's like, oh, that's cool.
That's true.
Can we move on to the news now?
No. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. No. Yes. Discord ends deal talks with Microsoft. This comes from the Wall Street Journal, which had a paywall. God damn it, Nick! Put the fucking author. No, I refuse because of the paywall.
Okay. Fair enough.
There you go. Chat startup Discord Incorporated has halted talks to sell itself to potential suitors, including Microsoft Corp. According to people familiar with the matter, as it resumes interest in potential initial public offering down the line. Microsoft had been in advanced talks to acquire Discord for at least $10 billion with a B. The Wall Street Journal reported last month those talks ended without a deal, though it is possible they could be rekindled in the future. Some of the people said. And all the people said, yeah, dude, how do you turn down $10 billion?
I'm assuming they think that they can potentially make more money if they become like on the stock market.
Open. Yeah, open. Yeah. Wouldn't that be weird if Discord was an open?
Apparently, when we did this story in the past, when they were first talking about the Microsoft deal, it said that Discord was like valued at $8 billion. So, Microsoft was offering like $2 billion more, and maybe they were like, well, I think we can be worth more.
Since you're offering $2 billion more, we're probably worth more than that.
Yeah.
Or maybe there were stipulations like, we'll buy this, but also, and they're like, yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, maybe they just found it's within their best interest to become open, and maybe they think, hey, instead of partnering with Microsoft, we can have some sort of deal with all of the companies,
everybody.
Because that's my dream scenario. Is like we get rid of PlayStation Chat, we get rid of Xbox Chat, and it's just Discord on all. So
it's another fucking monopoly, is what
sure, but like whatever. If it works, it works.
Yeah. Okay. I love Discord, right?
Yeah.
But
we're on Discord right now.
We are on Discord right now. I do like Discord. It's got a video feature. It's easy.
I was able to just stream that thing to you. No problem.
Yeah, exactly. No problem. I think they're doing a great job. Do they really need to be bought out? Nice. Illuminate yourself, boy. I don't think they need to be bought out. I think they're doing just fine. And in 5 years, they'll be worth more than $10 billion.
Or they won't.
Or they won't, and they'll die.
Because we saw that happen with Skype, right? I mean, but Discord's been around longer than Skype.
Maybe that had to do something with it. It was like they're like, hey, yeah, we had Skype, and then Discord's wait a minute, you guys own Skype? And they're like, yeah, where is it?
Yeah,
and they're like, okay, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do deals because then Discord's just gonna die.
Yeah, that's true. Like, what is Microsoft gonna really do with Discord? I know, what we want them to do, but what will they do with them realistically? Nothing, probably.
Probably nothing. They'll probably just own it, and it'll eventually die because they won't update it or something like that.
Yep.
Next story. Here we go. Sony files a patent for an artificial intelligence that will play your games and judge you. This comes from Game Informer. I didn't put the author
It's
again.
fine.
It's from
fine.
Game Informer.
It's fine.
In the patent, as spotted by Segment Next, is detailed that this AI will involve assigning a default gameplay profile to the user. The profile will include a compendium of information detailing the player's gaming habits, playstyles, and decision-making processes while sitting down for a new adventure. The knowledge can be harnessed to simulate the player's gaming habits even when said gamer is away from their platform of choice. This robot will beat your games for you. That way you don't have to play them.
I feel like this could be a really cool technology for game developers and like seeing what gamers like and like how they respond to certain things.
But
that's kind of
yeah.
cool, I guess.
But as like a tester, I don't think it would work as like testing a video game. I think it would be, or maybe it will. Maybe they'll throw this AI into testing. They'll also give testers, the game, and then the AI will do stuff the way the tester is, and maybe it'll find additional bugs but in a much shorter time frame.
Well, I don't think it'll be used for like consumers at all. I feel like they'll put the AI in a game and be like, gamers really responded to this thing in this game, and they really responded to this in this game, and they really responded to this in this game. So in our next game, we know what to put in. Like, I don't think this is going to be used for us as the gamers. I feel like this is going to be used for Sony to be like, this is what the gamers are into. This is how they respond to collectibles or whatever.
You have a great point of view, because like reading this article and everything, it's like you don't have to play your games anymore. And I'm like, yeah, this is all that this is for, is an AI that'll beat your games and get you your platinums without you having to do it. It turns your PlayStation into an idle clicker. And it's like, but then you come on and you're like, there's much more to it than that, bro. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Mind blown. I'm probably wrong, but I don't know. That's just how that's
what they should use it for. We had the what was it, the car avatars, what were those called? Drivatars. You remember that from like Forza? They're like, hey, we got Drivatars, and these guys will copy your
gotcha.
your thing, and when you're racing, you're racing yourself pretty much. So I wonder if that's like a thing that'll, but it's Sony only.
Right, yeah. But like Sony is not shy to selling their technology to other companies.
You're right.
They created Blu-rays. I mean,
yeah, Blu-rays are everywhere.
Yeah.
Fucking everywhere. But now Blu-rays,
and the Naughty Dog engine back in the day, they gave it to Insomniac to use. So before Insomniac was owned by PlayStation. So
yeah, it all comes full circle. Yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah,
we live in the future. Monkeys are playing Pong with their brains, and AI is playing your games for you, or other things. It's just a fucking patent. It's an idea.
Yeah, it could be integrated into their. I know on the PS5, it's got all that weird shit where it's like, here's the extra challenges and stuff like that. I don't know how they'd integrate it. They'll find a way to do something with it.
I mean, it's an idea that they're having, that they're like, we could do something with this, and somebody's like, yeah, but we should get a patent for it.
They could also,
yeah, we should.
They could also do it for like marketing. So like, instead of being like this player, like certain genres, it could be like, this player likes this kind of play style in their game, and they're like, well, this game is like that, and this game is like that, and they like, that's what they market to you on the PlayStation Store. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be. It seems like a marketing thing first. Like that's where you're gonna sell this idea first, is marketing. It's like, yeah, we can narrow down your demographics, your video game demographics, so that you know who to sell to, and you don't have to spend as much money. So, yay, ads.
Yay.
ads. Next up, Marvel's Avengers creative director. Oh, there's little quails. Marvel's Avengers creative director leaves to return to Naughty Dog. This comes from GameSpot. Again, the author was anonymous. I don't know why people aren't putting their names on shit. But Sean, this is a fucking crazy name. Sean Eskeg.
That's how I'd pronounce it.
That's how you would say it? Okay,
know.
writer. He's the writer and creative director of Crystal Dynamics' Marvel Avengers. Has announced he has left the studio and returned to work for his former employer, Naughty Dog. Prior to his departure from the kennel, back in 2018.
God damn it! I get it.
Yeah, because they're all dogs there, and they're in the kennel. Yeah. They're naughty dogs, and so when you're a naughty dog, you go into your kennel. It's fucking adorable. Skeg worked as a writer for Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, while he has yet to announce what project he'll be working on. From the looks of his Twitter bio, Skeg is back to writing and directing. Naughty Dog later shared the news, tweeting, "It's looking forward to doing some awesome stuff together." It's kind of interesting that he's the creative director behind Crystal Dynamics, Marvel Avengers. That's a weird title. I don't know why he's the creative director for Marvel's Avengers. But that game did so poorly, and it didn't seem like anybody liked it. It's very strange to me that Naughty Dog would look at that game on his resume and go, "Yeah, you did. We'll hire you back." You know, I feel like Naughty Dog doesn't do that kind of shit. Or just kind of the vibe that I get from Naughty Dog. It's like the elites. Like, these are the best people in their department, and this guy is just like, yeah, I pretty much did all of the creative choices for Avengers, and that game flopped, and they're giving him a job.
Yeah, my thought process is like, Naughty Dog already knows him, so there's that. And then he went off to Crystal Dynamics. He did Marvel's Avengers, which did flop, but I don't think that's because of the like creative choices taken. I think that's just mainly like the gameplay and the anti-creative choices that are put into that game.
Well, yeah, okay. You can't just make up a fucking job title and go, okay, the anti-creative director.
What I mean by that
ruined the whole.
What I mean by that is this sort of anti-consumer stuff that's in that, like, where it's, you know, loot boxes and just the format of the game, which was definitely not his choice, if I had to guess.
But he's the creative. He's the creative director, which means he chose. Well, I don't know.
I think that just means he wrote
there.
this.
I feel like it would be like he chose, this is going to be this kind of game. This is how you're going to play it. It's going to be third person. It's going to do that. I feel like he says yes.
You think the creative director gets to decide that, and not like Crystal Dynamics heads that are like, we want a looter shooter game that has loot boxes and you know, is a games as service. I don't think that was his choice. I think he was hired on, and he's like, okay, I'll write the best story I can, and I'm sure he did. I didn't play. But
he's not a writer, though.
He's a creative director, so I mean, he's in charge of that kind of stuff. He's in charge of the actors and the mocap and the, you know, the writing. And it says here that cinematic animator for Last of Us and Uncharted 4, as well as game director and writer for Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. So I imagine he was like in charge of the animation department. He was in charge of the mocap. He was in charge of directing like Nolan North and those guys, and the writing and stuff. So he left Naughty Dog. He went and did that. The game flopped, and he's like, I want my old job back. This sucks dick. Naughty Dog's like, hey, you just got a ton of new experience. Neil's kind of busy. We kind of need a new Neil, because Neil's like the president of Naughty Dog now. He's also doing like an HBO show. He's kind of busy doing stuff. I don't think he's going to be directing like the next Naughty Dog game, you know? So like,
yeah, probably not.
They probably need like a new director, and let's get this guy in. Maybe he'll be the guy. He'll be like the new Druckmann.
Not with a name like S-Keg, though.
Well, they just call him Sean. Just call him Sean
E.
Yeah, it's Shawnee.
Shawnee.
I mean, we had Reggie Fils-Aimé. I mean, that's a weird ass name.
That's true.
And we just got used to it, you know?
And we got Doug Bowser.
Well, that's a normal.
And Phil Spencer. And I never remember the guy who's from fucking Sony. What is that guy's name?
Jim Ryan.
Jim Gaffigan.
It's Jim Ryan, right? He's the president of Sony.
Sony Prez.
It's Jim Ryan.
Kaz Hirajai. Oh, not Sony.
PlayStation America, it's Jim Ryan.
Okay.
It's Jim Ryan.
America President.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Jim Ryan, you're right. He is the president and CEO. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
Speaking of Bowser, I forgot to put this in the titties. I saw this like article that was like someone is being sued by what's his name? Doug Bowser for torrenting something, one of their games, and this dude's his last name is Bowser.
It's also Bowser.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Just like all these Bowsers.
Here we go. I got it. Nintendo. Oh shit. Okay. Nintendo of America and its president Doug Bowser have filed a lawsuit against alleged Team Executor leader Gary Bowser for infringing on Nintendo's copyright by selling Nintendo Switch hacking devices.
That's what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was.
It's the battle of the Bowsers.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
It's fucking cute. Anyway, last story. I mean, this week kind of sucked. I'm gonna be honest. This week kind of sucked.
You say that every week.
I say it every week.
It's not true. This is the most banger episode of the Loner Gamecast that ever existed. This news is out of this world, son.
You're right. You're absolutely.
I'm blown away by it.
I'm just so, there's nothing here. There's nothing in here, and there's nothing in here. So it's really hard for me to, fill that up with something. I need a lot more. I need a lot more from what it is.
He shitted, he farted, and he cummed.
I cummed. I need it. The last story today, everybody. This is the last one. Are you ready? This is it. Cyberpunk 2077 is CD Projekt Red's biggest game ever, despite its disastrous launch. This comes from an anonymous user, an anonymous writer, rather, who's I'm going to call Jay Peters from The Verge. Jay Peters says, despite Cyberpunk 2077's disastrous and bug-filled December 10th launch, the title was the largest game in CD Projekt Red's history. The studio said on Thursday, the game sold 13.7 million copies and returned 30,000 in 2020, according to CD Projekt. CD Projekt Red also said on Thursday that its hit RPG, The Witcher 3, sold more than 30 million copies, making 2020 the second best year in the game's history with regard to the number of copies sold. In addition, the studio committed to releasing PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS optimized versions of Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher 3 in the second half of 2021. So what I get from this is Cyberpunk sold really well, and all the people played it, and they're like, man, what the fuck was everybody thinking? This game sucks. These guys suck. And then their friends are like, no, dude, just go play The Witcher. It's $10 right now. And they're like, fine, I'll pick up The Witcher. And they played The Witcher. So it sold even more. Like I feel like the reason The Witcher 3 sold so much in the same year that Cyberpunk also sold as much is because people were upset. They were just disappointed in it. They're like, I'm just going to play The Witcher instead.
Yeah, I think that's part of it for sure. I also, I added that The Witcher 3 sold more than 30 million copies because, CD Projekt Red sold more than The Witcher, in its initial run than The Witcher did. But, The Witcher has outsold Cyberpunk by a lot, and it will continue to sell because... it's coming to the Switch. It's coming to the PS5 soon. It's had all these different releases, and people will keep buying it because people love that game. They're gonna do that with Cyberpunk, and people are gonna be like, I don't really want that. They'll sell some copies for sure, but I don't think people are gonna be on it like The Witcher 3. And The Witcher 3 will continue to resell, and in 5 years when they release another remastered version of it, people will buy it. And
I'll be one of those people probably.
Yeah. So I don't think Cyberpunk will ever have that sort of staying power.
I don't think so either. But this just kind of also goes to show how dangerous marketing can be.
And
because this was the biggest game they ever released, the biggest launch game ever. But that has a lot to do with the fact that The Witcher 3 was so good and so many people played it over so long. Not everybody bought The Witcher 3 right at the launch. I wasn't one of the people that bought Witcher 3 right at launch. But all of those people who played it and loved it are like, what are they doing next? And it's Cyberpunk. And they're like, I want to buy that. Because if it's anything like The Witcher, I'm going to fucking love that too. So they all bought it because they loved that. So all of those people, plus all the people that the game was marketed to, of course it's going to sell more. But the next game they release is definitely not going to sell as much as this.
Well, unless it's The Witcher 4.
I don't even think that. I don't even think that'll sell as good as Cyberpunk has, because it just left such a terrible taste in everybody's mouth, and everybody's just going to wait. I think people are just going to wait and go, okay, is this game actually good this time?
It definitely gives me No Man's Sky vibes, how it was just so hyped, and it still sold a gazillion copies at launch. I remember when that game came out because I wanted a copy of it, and I went to GameStop, and they're like, "Dude, we don't have any copies at all." I'm like, "What?
Yep.
How?" And I'm glad they didn't, because I never ended up getting it. And
I played it. I don't like it. It's like
I own it now.
A Rust.
You
own it?
I bought it when you guys all bought it.
Oh.
And then you guys are like, well, we returned it. I'm like, what? But I bought it. And you guys are like, well, we returned it. We don't want to play it. And I'm like,
it's terrible. It's real bad.
Okay. I guess
it's not my kind of game.
And I played it for about an hour. It was relaxing. It was nice. I don't know.
Is it relaxing? I felt super stressed the whole time I played it. Yeah. Because it's like all of your gauges are all going down, and you're like, fuck, I'm going to run out of oxygen. I'm going to run out of water. I'm going to get this, and all while I'm trying to build my ship so that I can go somewhere else. And then robots come, and I'm like, dude, I just need a break. Just let me stop and figure something out for a second. It's like, no, you have to survive with a fucking the stomach this big, It's like, come on.
I don't know. I found it relaxing.
If there's a creative mode, I think I would have liked it, but there's not that I know of. Yeah. And I was going to say also that it's crazy that Cyberpunk sold so many copies based on almost purely the fact that they lied and everything's okay. You know, it's very dangerous for the future of games that this can happen and you still make a gigantic amount of money. Like EA is going to look at this and go, well, let's just market the shit out of a game.
They already do that, though.
Well, I know, but like even more so, let's just take the entire game budget and market it and sell them Bugsy 3D.
I know.
You know?
Yeah, that is concerning with the next Mass Effect, huh?
Yeah, it's like, okay, because what's going to happen? Is it going to be buggy? It's probably going to be buggy, but although I haven't seen any marketing things for Mass Effect other than like, you know, it's gone gold and here's this.
Well, that's for the remasters, but the new Mass Effect.
Yeah.
They haven't really said much about that yet, so.
So it's just kind of, it's really scary that...
Sure, the remasters of Mass Effect are going to be fine.
One would hope.
Yeah,
one would hope.
Just make them cleaner and make them
prettier. Yeah. A game can be super shitty, and as long as you have good marketing and your pre-orders are up, then you win.
Well, and like the video game hype machine, it's real. Like it, although I do feel like it died over the last year. You know, people just get hyped over games like E3 and stuff. I don't think helps that, but we all love it. We all love that shit. But we all see these trailers and we all get hyped, and then those trailers are always lies.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
No game, no hype. Except they showed us game, and we still got hyped. And it was still a disaster.
They blatantly lied. Yeah, for like right up to the release of the game with those Night City wires. Like, they blatant, like right up to the edge. They're like, this is maybe in the game. Probably, maybe it is.
It's in the game. It's in the game. Is it in the game? No, it's not in the game, actually.
Yeah.
We released 6 episodes of lies, and good night, everybody. And it's like, okay, cool. Cool. So
they're still online. We should pull them up and we should break them down and point out everything they lied about in those. Someone's got to do it.
Somebody has done it. I guarantee you somebody's done it.
Well,
on like Reddit or something.
We got to do it better. Although neither of us have beaten the game, so.
Yeah, I've never. I probably won't until, you know, shit gets fixed. Shit needs to get fixed. Otherwise, I will never beat that game. It's just in a box, and I will have it forever, and I'll never beat it. But that's it. That's what we got for news wise. Let's look forward to the future, shall we? With what to look forward to next week. Next week, fucking Returnal is coming out. I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry.
I still can't play it.
The game looks so fucking good. It runs at 60 frames.
Oh.
At 4K resolution.
Oh.
The previews that everybody's gotten, all the preview impressions are like, this game's fucking good. It's stupid hard, and it's a roguelite, which I know a lot of people don't like, but that's like my favorite genre. They're like, it's hard and it's good and it's very different. And I'm all about it. That comes out on Friday. I will definitely be playing it, unless for some reason all the reviews are like 3. Give it a 3, then I won't pick it up. But I do not see that with the fact that they've released all the impression copies or whatnot. And my condolences, Jake. My fucking condolences, dude.
I know. I still don't have a PS5, so I still can't play it.
Somebody hook this man up, please.
Yeah.
Hook this man up. Next, actually today, when this episode releases, there will have been a Monster Hunter digital event that happened. I have no idea what the fuck they're going to talk about. Are they going to talk about Monster Hunter World? Probably not. Probably going to be talking about Monster Hunter Rise. and they'll probably like release new monsters or like give dates for what they're doing, or like a roadmap of like how everything's gonna look.
I have a prediction.
What's your prediction?
Now that Rise is out,
Mhm.
and they're done promoting that, and that's out, maybe a new DLC for Monster Hunter World.
That would be cool, dude. I'd be so down if that's. I
that
heard
they've been
there's
holding on to because Rise wasn't out yet, and now that Rise is out, they're like, okay, we could start marketing this shit now.
That would be super cool and a good idea. But from what I've heard, they're not working on World anymore, or Iceborne, or whatever, the World Iceborne game. But who knows? Who fucking knows? Could be another team that's just like, yeah, we just threw 16 monsters in here, or we took the monsters that we put in Rise and we moved them to World.
Or it's just an event that they're like, we're releasing a patch for Monster Hunter Rise that fixes a few bugs.
Yeah, why fucking hold an event? So it could be something, it could be nothing. Let's all hope it's something. This brings us to the part of the show where I go over the reviews for the games that came out last week via OpenCritic. Two of them here. We got two of them. MLB The Show 21 got a 78 out of 30 critic reviews. And Nier Replicant got an 83 out of 75 critic reviews. So they seem pretty good. Yeah, if you're looking to pick up both of those games, I would say do so. Because, yeah, looks good. Jacob, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a question for these lovely, fine people?
Yeah. When will I get a PS5?
Stay tuned for next week for the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Check out our other Lonercast shows. We got the Jake and Corey podcast. We got the Spoiler Casts. Jake and Corey podcast comes out every Monday. Spoiler Cast comes out every Wednesday. Except this Wednesday is going to be the final one for Falcon and Winter Soldier. And there's not really another show on Disney Plus until Loki, which comes out June 11th. So there's going to be a little bit of hiatus, but Jake says that he's got other shit planned for like Invincible, spoiler cast for Invincible, and possibly another spoiler cast, but I won't go into that. Also follow us on Twitter. Jake is at emergency pizza _ and I am at fatal _microwave on Twitter. Follow Jake on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Lonercast, where he streams this very show every Monday at 3:30, and a few other things. He's just on, I think you're doing Darkest Dungeon
Probably
tonight.
doing that. Probably going to do that tonight, yeah.
But that's,
why not?
That's going to be before this goes up. So yeah, you'll miss out if you're jumping in after the show, but
go watch the VOD. It's still there. Unless I said something really profane and horrible.
But it's still there. So go check it out. Go subscribe. Give us some love. We could use it in this terrible time. We're very tired.
That's why I'm wearing the glasses.
Yeah, Jake's actually hungover. That's why he hasn't said a whole lot. But
I've always been hungover. Every day.
Every day. It'll soon you won't remember your name. But that's the show. You guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Be good to another. Be good to another.
Sound like Bob Ross.
Be good to your mother. Stab your dad. Goodbye.